remember I sat on the floor and my baby was crying, my toddler was crying.
I started losing my vision and I couldn't see out of my left eye.
I have a lot of sensitivity to light and I need to run into a dark room.
I felt like I was living in a cave a lot.
I would sit in my car and cry sometimes because you just want to be normal.
The first time I ever had headaches, I was really young. I was around kindergarten.
I was in a middle school class.
I was probably like 9, 10 years old.
I had no idea what it was. I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to hear terrible news. I didn't realize I actually was struggling with migraine.
They would start about 2 days before the beginning of my cycle, and they would last sometimes 3 to 4 days.
I would either cope by working through it and trying to bury myself in something else to hopefully ignore it, which didn't work very well.
There were many times where I had to do what I needed to do as a mom, as an employee, and push through the pain and just push through it.
There's a stigma with migraine that it's just a headache. Most people probably don't understand what's actually happening.
I would only share 1 attack out of the 4 with my manager, and I would stay silent for the rest of the month.
It's very lonely disease. It's the shame, it's the blame, it's the anxiety.
I was imagining trying to like raise kids this way. Sorry. It just was not gonna work. So, that really bothered me. That's like my favorite part of life, is my kids.
They need their mommy at the end of the day. And when they see you suffering, they kind of ask their dad, what's wrong with mommy? Like, why is she in pain? Which breaks your heart.
I would also say that, like where I'm from in the world, it's like blue collar, rural America. So you just don't complain about things. Do they know that I have migraine? Yes. Do they understand how debilitating it can be? Absolutely not.
I think maybe if we just all become more open with our journeys, a lot more people can get the help that they need.
Are there no triggers, like consistent triggers for you guys?
Stress has always been a big trigger for me, I think.
Same with me.
For probably
Stress,
a lot of us.
I think it's the biggest trigger. I noticed that after I had my second kid, the amount of migraines increased tremendously.
I had never heard anyone say, as I had more children, they got worse, which is what happened with me.
I'm comforted by the other experiences, which are very similar to mine. So it makes me feel that this is part of the condition. It's not me, it's you. Like, it's not me, it's you.
Now we feel like we have friends here because we are united by the same situations.
Many discussions and many conversations on what we're going through, I think it's gonna make a big difference.
The more people realize they can do something about this and hopefully hear stuff from us.
And my hope would be that people explore those options and not just settle for powering through.
At AbbVie, I've always felt extremely supported.
Knowing that AbbVie is continuously supporting migraine and what is coming next and never resting, this makes me feel really proud as a professional, as an AbbVie employee, and as a patient.
My last manager suffered from migraines, and my current director suffers from migraines. And so there's this level of understanding when I say, guys, I'm off.
It's fantastic to work for a company that is understanding and knows what you're going through and can empathize with you.
The fact that I don't need to over-explain myself or justify my symptoms is priceless.